Spacey Sims, and we are back with more To the Edge of the Sky. And last time we had a conversation with 0, we sat on 4, and 6 was in our bed. It's getting interesting. And we found out that there are 7 teammates of ours, and I don't know if they're all romanceable characters, or we got some other characters that are on the team, you know, to kind of fill it out, and maybe they're girls. And I don't know. So I don't know when we're going to meet the other 3, because we've met, what, 4 of them now? Yeah. So I'm assuming maybe we'll get to meet them in the next part. I don't know. I don't know how many members are in the band, because I'm thinking, obviously, those are all of our romancy characters. Those are the characters that they put in. But I'm kind of curious. So we've met 4 of them in random ways. You know what I mean? And we've had like little interactions, but I'm kind of wondering then if there are 5, because my assumption was originally there was 5. Because that's usually like romancy games. There's always like 5 romancy characters. That seems to be the standard. I mean, obviously it's different depending on games, but for the most part, I feel like 5 is the general basis. Like that is like the majority fit into there's 5. You got 5 romancy boys, 5 boys. So I guess I was just going with that assumption. But if there is, then who's the 5th one? Because, you know, we've run into 9 and we had a little chat. We ran into 0, we had a little chat. We ran into 4, we had a little chat. We ran into 6, we had a little chat. And those are our only options to explore. So if we meet the other 3, are we going to have chat time with each one of them? Or is it going to be like all 3 of them together? And like maybe it's because the first... Like, obviously, with this, it's going to be released in installments. It's like Mystic Destinies, blah, blah, blah. So there's going to be a set path. So the first person's path that comes out is the person we have to romance. We don't really have a choice, kind of, because it's going to be the only one available, I'm assuming. So I'm just wondering then if maybe that's why... It's because we know that these are the first 4, and then there's the 3 other... I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens, but I'm just kind of curious. Like, my brain is always, like... thinking in advance, like, how is this gonna go? Anyway, sunlight hits my eyes and I wake up with a start. Shit, I rub my eyes and take in my surroundings. Oh, that's right. I'm in Olympia. I am in phase and I don't have to hide from the sun in fear of frying. I breathe a sigh of relief and fall back down into the bed. She's like, oh my god, air conditioning. Can I just tell you, it's been so damn hot here. Air conditioning is like, yes. What's going on over here? Because, like, this is a window. So her room is not pink. It must have just looked pink because of the sunset, maybe. And you got these weird bookshelves. And these are bookshelves. And this is obviously, like, our little desk. I wonder if we have our own personal bathroom. But, anyway. So what is this? Is this, like, another window? Or is it just, like, a giant vent? Or is it just decor? What's going on with that? I'm curious. Anyway. I breathe a sigh of relief and fall back down onto the bed. I grope around on the bedside table for a bit and grab the phase-issued phone. As the screen comes alive, I see an email notification from the lead researcher. Operative 7, you and another operative are required to submit yourselves for team compatibility testing. The TCT is designed to ensure that you are efficiently incorporated into the Phantom Alpha team. Who you choose is not important, as you'll have to test with all of the members eventually. I'll send you the map layout of phase to your ARO. You'll meet in the training area. Meeting starts at 10 a.m. Regards, Dr. Kiera Park. Might be Kieria, but Kieria? Because there's an extra I in there, but... I glance at the time. 9:27 turns to 9:28. I don't know phase well enough yet to not get lost. The map will definitely help, but I still need to familiarize myself with the place. I should get going if I don't want to be late. The doctor said to pick someone from the team to join me in this test. Yay! Ugh, calling someone up is... How should I even call them? I don't have any of their personal numbers yet. I haven't even met them all, so it might be weird to request someone I've yet to meet to come do this with me suddenly. I decided to just call up someone I did meet then. I scoot up to the wall display and hit directory on the screen. The only problem with this is, like, do we know whose path we're going down, or is this going to be one of those, like, you never know whose path you're going to get? Because I kind of like their old format of, like, this is the path you go down. because it reveals, because you know what I mean? Like, each person's going to reveal something different. So I don't know. I mean, okay, let's be honest. We barely know 6. He broke into our room. 4 is kind of gruff. And I'm sure he's got a warm, squishy inside, but just the outside's a little crunchy right now. 9 is our leader. And while that would be a good choice, because he's suave and debonair, and he's really pretty, and he's very nice, and I like him a lot. But I feel like that'd be weird, like, hey, I want my leader to come test with me. I feel like maybe we should, I'm leaning towards 0 just because I feel like we're the newbies on the team. He doesn't have a lot, like, he's been feeling awkward, and, like, he's probably our best bet at even just becoming friends, and I don't know why, I'm just feeling like that's the path that we would go down first. I don't know, I just feel like that's natural because he's the most relaxed, and I feel like he's going to be the easiest to get to know, so I'm going to go with 0 because I just feel like that's where we should be going. The name 0 immediately draws my eye. I tap on his face on the display. And the display goes into call mode. The phone rings endlessly for the next 60 seconds. Do they have voicemails here? They must. I've just about given up when I hear a voice. Hello? Morning, 0. Morning. I'm calling to see if you'd be willing to come down to do a team compatibility test. It's at 10 a.m. this morning. 10? Oh, okay. Okay, that's it? Thanks. See you then. Bye. I hand the call and sigh. Well, that was straightforward. But step 1 complete. Partner acquired. Operative 7 on the move. I snort at my own thoughts. Okay, yeah, I'm never saying that out loud. I love how she's a little nerdy. I think it's a little awkward. It's great. I head out to the hallway and turn on my overlay map, loading the data I received from Dr. Park. I wonder what this test will be like. Seeing Phantom Alpha in action firsthand, I thought they were so cool back then. But now it makes me more nervous than anything else. My skills aren't bad in comparison, but I slow down in my pace and look around. Where am I? My eyes dart around on the map, trying to make sense of where I might be. Great, I'm lost. I'm pretty sure I made a wrong turn somewhere, but where? No matter where I look on the map, I can't see my own indicator. Is the map glitching? Is it missing some areas, maybe? I think I've heard of some maps having hidden areas, but this is just ridiculous. I sigh. I do not have time to be lost right now. Guess I need to try to backtrack and start over. I'm gonna be so late again. Dr. Parker's going to think I'm the most irresponsible operative ever. I turn around to try and come back the way I came from, but find myself face to face with the towering 0. Ah! 0, what the hell? Did I scare you? Obviously. Why are you here? Because you were obviously lost. Alright, fair enough. But how did you know? And how did you know where to find me? Because I was looking at where you were on the map. How? The map app seems so janky. Anyone in phase can track their own team. You never know when you're going to get separated. That's kind of creepy. That is kind of creepy. I don't know if I should go with that's kind of creepy, or I'm not sure how I feel about this. I feel like we should just go with the I'm not sure how I feel about this, which is the implied that's fucking creepy. It seems kind of creepy, but it also sounds like it might be really practical. Especially if someone is in a situation where they can't communicate. So I don't know how I feel about this exactly. Undecided for now, I guess. Without anything to say, I just nod. We gotta go, though. We're gonna be late. He starts to walk away towards what I assume is the direction of the lab. Not wanting to be left behind again, I dash after him. We quietly walk side by side for a while, up a few more floors and through a maze of corridors. After a bit, the silence of the halls, combined with the silence of the man I'm walking with, starts to get to me. I glance at 0. So, how you been? Huh? Oh, fine. Seeing as he isn't planning to continue, I keep talking. I've been working hard at getting used to it here. I still miss nature. Me too. 0's eyes dart from me towards somewhere down the hall. I turn to see what he's staring at. Hi, Dr. Park. Good morning, Zero. Zero and I meet her in the middle of the hallway. It's good to see you. Were you going to get our missing new operative? Yes, she got lost. I'm so sorry. We're hardly late anyway. Thank you for your help, Zero. Good job. Zero makes a slight bowing motion, then Dr. Park turns away. Follow me. That's when it's to me supposed to say, oh my god, our first typo. I was like actually really impressed. I'm like, you know what? I have not noticed any issues at all. Because like sometimes when you're reading, that's when you notice them. You don't notice them when you're like, but that's when I notice. That's when a flash of black dashes from around the corner. I stop dead in my tracks. A strange man stops in front of us. Is that another fit? He pulls out what looks like a stun gun and aims it right at Dr. Park. I'm assuming this is the test. What the hell? I move forward and grab Dr. Park by the arm, pulling her back as I move to stand in front of her. But even as I do, Zero gets between us and the attacker. Teamwork. What the hell is going on here? An alarm blares through the hallway and a voice between the loud... Oh. Okay. Between the loud screeches. I was like, wait, what? The loud screeches. I was reading it wrong. Okay. An alarm blares through the hallway and a voice between the loud screeches announces all too calmly, the Blue Wings have infiltrated. Kairos is in the building. Kairos. They talked about them in my training videos. How did they get inside? The intruder aims his stun gun over my shoulder at Dr. Park. How did you get in here? The intruder smirks. My only orders were to take Operative 7 alive. You, on the other hand, I didn't get any specific orders for. This is part of a test, I bet anything. Yeah, but I know High Priestess would be happy to analyze the only member of a new class. You'd have to be able to capture me first. In that moment, the world seems to slow down. The Blue Wings charge up his... The Blue Wing charges up his weapon. Blue Wings charges. I feel like he's a Blue Wing, not Blue Wings. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, that they're called the Blue Wings, but I don't know. Anyway, he charges up his weapon. And in a split second, Zero begins to move as the man pulls the trigger. What?! You can't do that to me, game! Hold on, I gotta take a drink. I'm so thirsty. You can't do that to me! You can't, like, just, like, end up... This is still chapter 1, but it's like, what the... It just goes back to the menu, and I'm like, wait, what? Damn, that's a little jarring. It's like so cliffhangery, like, that's what's gonna happen though. Chapter 1's gonna end, and that's all we're gonna have, and it's gonna be like, what? Anyway, Zero leans out of the way of the incoming charge like it's nothing. It sails harmlessly past him, eventually hitting the wall somewhere behind us. You want to be tricky, eh? This would go much easier if you don't fight. It would. For you. Zero rushes forward without warning. He swings for the intruder, who just barely moves back to avoid Zero's clenched hand connecting with his jaw. He jumps back, hopping several times to get as far away from Zero as possible. The intruder throws something at our feet. As it starts to beep, instinctively we jump out of the way. It beeps several times and lights flash frantically on the little device. But nothing happens. I snap my head back towards the intruder, ready to fight. But he's already gone, already halfway down the hall. I watch his running form with only one thought in mind. If I run after him now, I could probably still catch him. Let's go for it, why not? With no time left to hesitate, I bolt after the guy. I hear my partner's footsteps behind me as I run, but I focus entirely on the intruder. He makes a sharp turn down one of the other hallways, and I follow. But as I turn, I'm forced to come to a screeching halt. 2 other Blue Wings block off my path. Ugh, seriously? All I can do is watch the other guy run away. He glances back for a moment, and I swear I could see him laughing before he makes another turn and disappears entirely. Ugh, I hate that bastard already. I stare at my two opponents. Looks like I have no choice. Zero skids to an immediate halt next to me. If we take them out quickly, we may be able to catch up with that guy. Glancing at each other, we nod. I swear to God, this is going to be the test. Zero rushes forward, first running straight at the woman closest to us. I'm forced to tear my eyes away from Zero when I hear footsteps coming towards me. I sidestep the woman coming at me and stick my leg out to trip her. She jumps over my leg and slides on the floor. I stop her mid-slide by grabbing her shirt. Cute top, by the way. Punch her in the face. Guided by my Augs, I give her a precision strike to the face, knocking her out. By the time I look over at Zero, his opponent is already unconscious on the ground. Not a bad team, huh? We do quick work. Good job, Seven. The comms come alive suddenly, and I hear a familiar voice in my ear. 0, 7, I'm sure you've noticed by now, but most of the building has been infiltrated by Kairos. Hearing 9's soothing voice feels like a relief. He's got shit going on in his jacket. What's going on here? Anyway. Yes, we definitely noticed, but how did they get in? The roof. It seems like they arrived via airship. Airship? How did no one at FaZe notice something like that? Or shoot it down, for that matter. 9 sighs. I don't have enough information to say. 0 and I glance at each other. Oh, and 4 got shot. Is Hyung... 0 wasn't quite able to finish his question. He'll be fine. Dr. Park has him now. Ugh, I'm relieved, but what can we do to help? 9 pauses for a moment. Head for the roof. A horrible screeching sound rings in my ear, and I almost rip my earpiece out to stop it. And though it ends quickly, my ears still ring for a while. I rub my ear, trying to ease some of the pain. I turn to 0. They've taken down the net... Oh, that's him, not me. They've taken down the network. Guess we should go then. He nods quickly, marking the nav point for the roof. He runs off first, leaving me to follow after him. On the way to the roof, more Phantom Alpha members caught up. We ended up having to fight our way up, but working together, we had no trouble getting through the enemies. I make it up to the roof first, and something immediately catches my eye. The enormous airship parked there. I've never seen one in real life before, but I'm forced to pull my eyes away to focus on a more urgent matter. Maybe this isn't the test. I figured it was the test. I don't know now, though. Someone from FaZe seems to already be here, fighting off a few of the Blue Wings. Who's that guy? The guy from before is here too, although he seems to have lost his hood somewhere. Oh, that's the Blue Wing guy. Okay. Oh, because he's got the badge on. I was like, who is he? He looks scary, but attractive in a scary kind of way. It's very weird. Finally caught up with you, you bastard. One woman tries to go right for the FaZe operative, but he kicks the charging infiltrator in the stomach, knocking her down. He's like the preppy one. Another one moves behind him, and before I can call out for him to watch out, the Blue Wing gets him into a chokehold. The FaZe operative struggles, and the tight grip around struggles against the tight grip around his throat, scratching and clawing at the arm that holds him tight. It's really funny because FaZe seems to all be girls with all dudes with one girl, and Kairos seems to be all chicks with one dude. I was like, so you got the... Aha! You and me should be friends, buddy. Like, I got the man harem over here. This is my harem, and you got your harem. Ah, fist bump for, you know. Anyway, the world slows down, and everything seems almost peaceful for a moment as I look on at the scene. The Blue Wing that has the operative in the chokehold doesn't see me. Not yet. She's left herself entirely open for an attack from behind. If I move fast enough, I could take her out before she knows what hit her. But being unseen gives me the perfect opportunity to plan my attack, though I know that I have to make it quick. 1 second too long and I could be discovered. Hit her in the head. I rush forward, taking care not to make any sound. Oh, and if you they gave you a timer, did you see that? Though with the struggle they're in, they may not have heard me anyway. I make a running jump at her, elbowing her right in the temple. The intruder barely has time to react, letting out some strange mix between a yell and a groan. Her grip on the operative loosens as she falls to the ground like a lifeless doll. You just killed her. I look up just in time to see another one of the intruders rushing at me, only to be intercepted by 0. He trips the woman, grabbing her by the arm as she falls forward. Without hesitation, he slams her face first into the ground with extra force. I can't see her face, but the sickening crunch as her face hits the ground lets me know that more than enough. A definite reminder that even the cute Zero is a highly skilled operative. She thinks he's cute. He is, he's adorable. I hear an agonized yell and turn around, only to see another of the blue wings fall to the ground. Can I just tell you something? I don't know what it is. Six shows up and he's got this look on his face that's always like, yeah, I did that. He's the one that would get stabby. He's the one that would be like, yeah, I stabbed someone and I liked it. He's a little devilish. There's something about him. I just like it though, because he's a little shady is what I feel like. Like, you know, because he's a little like, he's like, oh yeah, I just snuck into your room. Whatever, I can get anywhere. Like, and then he's like, that look on his face after he just knocks someone down, he's like he enjoys it a little bit. He enjoyed it a little bit too much, is just what I'm thinking, but I like it. I like that about him. There's something so wrong about him. I don't know. My eyes meet Six's. He winks at me before ducking out of the way of another blue wing. Out of the way of another blue wing's trying to knock him down. He winks at me. Of course he does. I kind of love him. Curious as I am to what the hell he did to that enemy, this is not the time for questions of any kind. I suddenly feel something cold at my throat. Strong arms wrap around my shoulders as my back is slammed against a hard chest. Don't move. A rough, low voice whispers in my ear. Though I can't see his face, the voice is familiar, as is the amused tone of the speaker. It's that annoying guy from before. I think of a number of ways I could try to throw him off. But with a knife so close to my throat, I don't want to risk it. Just as they finish off the last of the enemies around us, everyone turns to see me being held hostage. I don't see the other operative, though. Play nice, or Seven here will be dealing with having a new hole to breathe through. My breath catches in my throat, and I hope that none of them decide to be heroes. Elbow him. Sing. You watched Miss Congeniality, right? Solar plexus, instep, nose, groin. I can't believe I remembered that. That's hilarious. But the threat seems to be effective enough to make them stay in place. You must be the dog of Kairos. Oh, so you finally come out from the shadows. You should have introduced yourself sooner. The man chuckles, his hot breath tickling my ear. All right then, proper introduction it is. Phantom Alpha, I'm Icarus, servant of the dragon and proud hound of Kairos. The pleasure is truly all mine. Icarus. Nice to finally meet you, Icarus. Nine casually glances around. Is Artemis here with you? Nine's voice sounds calm, almost cheery as he speaks to Icarus. Suddenly I hear a strange, unpleasant sound, and Icarus's hold on me loosens. The knife in Icarus's hand falls to the ground with a clatter, and I move away from him immediately. Woo! Stabby McStabbus! He looks so innocent, like he's like, I'm the one that's gonna be checking out your library books, but I just stabbed a bitch. Woo! I whirl around to see the operative from before, holding what looks like a broken tablet in his hands. I am never going to be able to finish reading this math textbook. Science. You know, he looks like the nerdy one. Icarus now is down on his knees, rubbing his head where the operative hit him. The others move in to surround him as I stare down at his defenseless form. Knock him out. I'm gonna leave him be. I'm not sure what the protocol is here, so I step back. As I do, Zero pushes past me, our shoulders briefly brushing against each other. With zero hesitation, he punches him in the temple. Icarus collapses to the floor almost instantly. That's for 4. Zero mutters quietly, only loud enough for me to hear. With Icarus now down and out, the unarmed operative draws attention to himself with a deep sigh. He turns the broken tablet over in his hand with a mournful look on his face. And I just got it today. Is having nice things really too much to ask for? He sighed. Is having nice things too much to ask for? Just kidding. Wouldn't give him a voice like that. He sighs and tosses the broken thing to the side, eliciting a groan from wherever as it landed. That's what he's worried about? Oh, so that's 3. Okay. So this is where you were, 3. 3? Oh, so he's on my team. The Oracle. I examine him carefully. Well, his visuals certainly suit his classification. Why were you here by yourself? Just a little while ago, I was in my room doing some analysis. I was going over some security data that I've been working on since last week. I saw something strange, a pattern that kept repeating every day. I figured out that Kairos was planning to take down our systems and attack from the skies. Unfortunately, I figured it out too late, only moments before the attack. I couldn't reach anyone, but I knew they'd be coming. I rushed to the roof to confirm the data, but I found myself in more trouble than I would have liked. Young, no offense, but you really gotta think more. Coming from you, I take full offense. He's right, though. You know you're not a combatant. 3 touches his neck slightly. I know. I've been punished enough already. Get off my back. 3's eyes finally move to me. So you're 7, our 8th member. 7 is 8. Anyway, it's a pleasure to meet you. He knows who I am already. Well, I guess it makes sense, considering his job. Unexpectedly, he leads forward and takes my hand, slowly bringing it up to his lips. But before he can actually kiss my hand, which is very bizarre, but maybe that's proper, I don't know, 0 sighs next to me. Young, please. Confused over what's happening or how to react, I do the only thing that comes to mind. I pull my hand away from his to a chorus of sighs. Is this how he always greets people? Given everyone's reaction, I can't help but wonder that. Look, they're all like, ugh. You don't all have to be like that. Is it really so hard to appreciate? It's just my thing. It's who I am as a person. 9 sighs again. The last time you tried to do that was to Dr. Park, and it didn't go well. I raise my eyebrow at that. I can't help but feel like that's a terrible idea, even from the little I know of her. I wince at the very sudden and very loud static in my ear. Operatives be warned, the Kairos infiltration seems to be larger than expected. All over. All over? The message cuts off with only that, and we all look at each other. 9 is the one to speak. He doesn't say anything as he looks over to the Kairos airship. He's the one to speak, but he doesn't say anything. So this is a large-scale rebellion. Yes, I believe that Kairos is attacking in more places than just here right now. It's impossible to put out fires everywhere. What do you mean by rebellion? What does Kairos want anyway? What they want is 9 sighs. Nothing less than the destruction of Phantasm. What? Why? I'm not entirely certain. It'd be good if I could talk to them and understand better. 9 exhales slowly, deeply, and looks back at us. Let's check out the airship. We'll bring the fight to Kairos. Woo! Okay, that's a perfect place to end. So anyway, I am going to wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.